All right, so a lot of techniques in Photoshop and Illustrator can be done or approached from a number of different ways. For this one, I'm going to show you a couple different ways to take and essentially trace this chicken. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to Control plus to zoom in a little bit. Once I'm on the right screen, there we go. All right, so I've zoomed in. I can see the details on this chicken. Now, those that had me in Graphic 1 for 2016, you may recognize this chicken. This is going to be the warm-up, but those I didn't do it last year, so it will be new to them. Anyway, um, so one way that you can go about this is using the pen tool. Okay, so if I'm on the pen tool and I am starting and I just start targeting and going through the various segments here, one thing that happens that you'll immediately notice is that fill starts to come in, and that's an easy fix. If I go down here and I flip-flop that, I now have a white line with a no fill. Okay, so the stroke is white, the fill is not. Press Alt. I can grab that handle and redirect it to change that out that way. Okay, and remember the direction that you go, it's the direction that it's going to head next. Okay, so I hold Alt, bring that one out again, and I can click on this. And then I can go about tracing the entire chicken this way. All right, so that's one quick method. Now that one I probably want to change a little bit. I'll have to take and move it out like that. There we go. So you can see that guide. It's showing me where it's going to be headed. And all this I can take and modify after using the white or the black arrows, the select or direct select tools. Okay, let's bring that in just a bit and start working on the tail. Okay, so when I want these anchor points to cause a sharp turn, I need to make sure that that anchor point is pulled out, or that handle is pulled out. Okay, then the Bezier curves are going to be doing what I want them to. Okay, so if you'd forgotten, that's the term for what these are called, Bezier curves. I have to be honest, I don't know the history behind the name, but that is what they're called. So if I can drag that out. Now, if I immediately go, you can see that curve wants to angle this way. I'm going to pull that one in all the way to the base because I don't want it to curve out that way. So then I can take this and pull it out like so. And again, the other way that I can do it, if I just click that, it's going to take the anchor point, remove it. Okay, and I'm going to take this one and just put a couple straight lines in here to make that bottom foot. All right, now I know this is by no means perfect, and the main thing I want to do though is have that shape. So I can still go and let's say I flip-flop that. So now it's a black outline. Okay, if I go to the black arrow and select it, okay, I can increase the stroke so you can see that outline better. I can also remove the fill to none. So I can see what I've got, and I can also see where it needs some improvement. Okay, so if I use the white arrow, I can click on this one, and actually for that, I want to take and go back to the pen tool, click and hold on the pen tool, so I get the anchor point tool because I need a handle coming out of here for me to manipulate. Okay, and I can always take and tuck that one back in, so I want that one to be straight. Okay, but then we go back onto the white arrow. You can take and manipulate this and this one to only affect this side of the comb on the chicken's head and get it to the angle that I want it to be. Whoops. Didn't lock that layer, so it moved around on me. So Control Z, remember, undo is your friend. All right, so now I'm starting to get his comb a little bit more where it should be. I can click and move these anchor points. All right, so this shouldn't be anything new. It may be a reminder. You may be a little out of practice with using the pen tool. All right, but that's one way that we can go about tracing the outline of the chicken. In the next video, I'm going to show you another one.